hello YouTube. There was no countdown there, so it just went boom, and the camera was on. That was a bit surprising. And apparently I'm missing an arm, so I could be waving to you, but you won't know.
Just use your other arm.
I have two! Oh my god! And Tony's back. He came for a visit to work out, so we're very tired now. And
so this isn't going to be a very interesting video.
yeah, we'll both be like, entertain yourselves. Which doesn't work so well.
No, people don't really
Or
log
maybe
on to
they
entertain
find
themselves.
themselves much more entertaining, in which case, why watch?
And now you're just giving people ideas.
Yeah, it's kind of like saying, turn over to another channel. Or
unsubscribe now!
Or that, the whole radio thing when you call into a radio show and the host and telling people, turn off your radios, people, and everyone turning off. Even though they're yeah, but anyway, this is going to be a package and pickups video.
Okay.
This is a package I picked up ages back, so it's not new. But I haven't shared it, so why not? You were around, we said we'd make a video. We might make another one after this. Depends how the camera holds up. Not necessarily in front of camera, because people have wanted to see the hockey rematch.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that plays. I don't know if it plays in the Xbox yet. Well, it is an Xbox game. I'm at the Xbox 360.
Okay.
And action. It's a new console, actually.
Now, new.
Well,
Yeah.
it's new to me. It's the Amiga CD32. Very, very plain packaging. You can tell they were going for more of a computer vibe than selling it as a console. Even though it is a console. It can be turned into a computer, but oops. How do I get this open? Oh yeah, this was awkward. Sorry, Tony.
Alright.
I'm probably going to hit you with a box.
And shove me off the screen.
It should be up. Well, I'm hidden. Pretty much. Like, hello! It's a controller. That's the controller, fully boxed. Here, take that.
Fine.
That's why I have it here. Take that. Hey,
Okay.
yeah, all of it.
Okay.
So this is why I held off until I had a second pair of hands to do this one. Apparently, it's just too awkward. So there's the console. I can take it again. You can just break it if I leave it with it for too long. Nicely packaged in its original packaging. And it was nicely packaged when it was sent. That's actually what I was getting at. It was sent by a guy on the Retro Collect forums, and now I forgot this name because it's so long ago. And it was very helpful because on the back, connector ports, like it had, basically it has an S-Video out. And I was using the S-Video out, couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it tuned in on that. I tried composite, couldn't get it. I could only get it to work on RF, so that looked shit. And it turns out you had to do something strange like turn off the console, turn off the telly, plug them in a very specific order to get it to come on.
That's unusual.
Yeah. Normally you could just flick a channel and turn whatever, but no, it was very particular. And also strange, CD, it was one of the first CD consoles, but you just pull it open. There's no button, there's no latch, there's no spring, it's just... That's it.
Interesting.
Back in the old days, we had to pull up the CD tray on our own. But it had a... I'm getting more gesticulation. Every video now there's gesticulation. Flatten this down.
CD player?
Oh, that CD player does it too. Right. I'm being told that there's a CD player that plays music that I've never used that apparently is exactly the same.
You may as well put it in this package as a pickup video.
No way, it's plugged in. I had enough trouble getting this out, Tony. Yeah. So I got this with a bunch of games. Nice little console. And you have the controller there. It's a very unusual looking controller.
It is. Shall I check it out?
You can do. It feels like it's upside down.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely. Okay. So
yeah, so you would be holding it that way.
Unusual.
And you have the kind of little, it's kind of like, more PlayStation and so forth, the kind of prongs go down. The prongs went up in that controller.
And it has a...
Yeah, shoulder buttons. Well, of course, because it's basically a SNES controller. Even the PlayStation 1 controller was a SNES controller. At that point, it was like, that controller works, let's just steal that.
And it probably does.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Now, what's a bit unfortunate, I thought The controller ports, unusually, are at the side, which of course means you lose a certain length, and aux port for a mouse, but it has the standard connector you see on Ataris and Mega Drive and so on. So I thought I could probably plug in a Mega Drive controller, which is a better D-pad on it. It didn't work, unfortunately. And maybe it does for some.
Commodore always have the port to the side.
They did. I think Commodore and their craziness. But I got a bunch of games too. And
What? Oh, apparently it didn't. Oh well.
more off-screen stuff. You know, it's like Adventures in Mineland here.
First
The
word.
A500. The first word is Amiga 500.
Had it
Something
at the back.
at the
port's
back. That's even worse.
That's terrible.
That's like the Atari 2600. Yeah, I'll do that later. Because I'll have to sort it out so that it fits in properly. But now I'm shocked.
I had, and in fact still have, a Commodore 64. So
Yeah.
I know ports at the side.
And a Commodore 64, yeah. I didn't have a Commodore 64. I didn't have an Amiga 500. I didn't have an Amiga 1200. I didn't
And
have
now
an
you're
Amiga
making up for it.
Yeah, so I skipped right to the end pretty much of the Amiga line. Because this was one of the last Amiga. In fact, when this first came out, the CD32, it was outselling the Sega CD. And I think they put an advert in front of the Sega UK building, you know, comparing the two and going on about their success. But then, within 6 months, Commodore went into bankruptcy. And, you know, but Commodore UK were doing quite well, and they tried to buy the company out, but failed. So it kind of all petered out. Which is a shame, because it seems like a pretty decent system for the age. I guess it's kind of that thing where, in a way, it's a little too early for a full CD, platform. You know, when you think of the PlayStation, where it did 3D and it had CD audio and FMV and sort of integration into gameplay. It was more like, say, a Mega Drive or a SNES with a little bit more grunts and the CD power. So it's not quite there. But anyway, games. First up is a point-and-click graphics adventure type of thing. Well, it's not point-and-click. It's Simon the Sorcerer. It's menu-driven because I haven't seen screenshot back. I don't know. This is going to be way too far. And look, it's the full talkie soundtrack.
It actually says talkie.
Talkie. Yeah, that's what these adventures were called. Because the original Monkey Island would have been red, and later they came up with spoken ones. Some of the old games were released with dialogue too.
Fair enough.
Yeah, very unassuming packaging. Now, a little interesting piece of trivia. Do you know who did the voice of Simon in this?
No.
Chris Barry.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
And apparently it is excellent. This is meant to be a very good game. I think he adds a lot of wit to the character.
I remember seeing... I'm trying to think of the actual title of the game. It was one of the Wing Commander games. I think it was Wing Commander 3, where they first got Mark Hamill to play Maverick, as he was known. He was kind of the protagonist of the first two Wing Commander games. And I felt he kind of pulled it off really, really well. Which then leads me to...
Speaking of talkies then, do you know who the voice of the Joker in Batman Arkham City and Arkham Asylum is?
Nothing.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill was the voice of the Joker in the Batman TV cartoon series.
So apparently Mark Hamill's done really, really well at the games.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's done a lot more than you would think. Everyone just goes, oh, there's that Star Wars loser type of guy.
He's actually done quite a lot.
It's just, if you come out of Star Wars and you're not Harrison Ford with that, success, you kind of think, oh, well, you kind of flopped.
Yeah.
But he's done okay for himself.
Sure, why not? It's a career.
Yeah. Beats a lot of careers.
Yeah.
But anyway, were you finished with that story or did I cut you off?
Almost. I'm trying to think of the actor's name. He played Hawkeye recently.
Hawkeye?
Mm.
What are you talking about, Hawkeye?
The actual movie, Hawkeye, the actor who played...
I don't know this movie.
No idea?
Looking for the mime over there.
No, not a clue.
First name begins with A.
He was in the Avengers and he did the takeover from the Bourne series.
Right. I didn't like that movie, The Avengers.
I didn't watch it, I didn't think I'd like it. But anyway...
It's the third best-selling movie of all time. It's the biggest grossing in the box office.
Yeah, that'll be broken again.
Well, of course it will,
Yeah,
but...
it always will.
It's 1 billion.
Don't care.
Clearly.
Yeah, it actually sounds really bad now that I can't remember the man's name. But anyway, he was one of the FMV actors for I think the last Wing Commander game, Wing Commander Prophecy, which I have on the PC, and I've always kind of had almost a soft spot for him because I wanted him to do well after that. The next thing I saw him in after Wing Commander was SWAT with Colin Farrell, and then him playing kind of the bad guy in that, and I thought, oh, he's in movies now, and of course, bang, he's in movies now. He's in a lot of movies now. So
There you go, you
fair
got a
play.
soft spot for him. It's like,
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't know his
crush
name.
on him.
I wanted to
My-
do
my-
really
my
well
first-
without ever learning
Yeah,
his
well,
name.
Your
Okay.
first teen crush was the guy from Wing Commander.
You could do worse.
I should point out that Tony claims not to be gay, at least.
Considering you've known some of my girlfriends.
That's exactly why I put in the word claim. You know? I also know that you're relatively logical, and the two don't add up. He's
Who are we insulting in this video?
he's stunned into silence.
Yes, more games. Carry on.
More games. Well, I know nothing about this next game, so I can't give you an interesting anecdote. It's Super Pushy. There you go, Tony. Look, it's a punch and pushy man. And now Tony
Is
goes
that a
and
platformer?
leads. Yeah, it kind of looks like a platformer. My guess is that it's a platformer where you go around punching stuff because you're meta pushy, and with various pushy-like power-ups.
Take on the shape-shifting form of Super Putty and rescue the robot guards, then send them safely for repairs on Putty Moon. You probably need context for that, and I do too.
But when I hear pushy moon, for some reason that makes me think of button moon.
Was there ever a Button Moon game?
There probably was on like the Spectrum or something. There was like a game for everything back in the 80s on the home computers. Sure, you know you had a Commodore 64. You had like the Trapdoor game, didn't you?
I still have Trapdoor Game.
Yeah,
actually.
you bought it back.
Yeah, I bought it on eBay. I never had it originally.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't.
Alright.
No.
That probably explains why you had to buy it then later on.
Yeah.
I assumed you'd lost it.
We had two Commodores.
You still have
actually.
Battlefront 2. Yeah, you never gave it back yet.
Yes, I
So
did.
people who have seen the Star Wars thing,
I stole
he
it.
still has it. He really enjoyed it, so still has it.
Yeah, really, really good fun. Yeah, I got. We used to have about 350 games, if I can recall correctly, for the Commodore, including the.
And how many
the
of them
Light
were... We have 250 games.
Oh, they were all legitimate.
Really?
Oh yeah, we did not pirate any of them. Each and every one of them.
You hear that
That's
here?
what happens when you pay like $5 for a game. Reasonably priced people will pay.
They weren't even a fiver back then. A lot of them
I
were-
remember them as $5. I remember them $4.99. That was the ones. I
Oh,
bought
okay.
once,
So back then, presumably we were getting ripped off in Ireland. So
Yeah.
Well, no.
yeah.
There was a lot of games in the kind of 199 region, kind of really budget games, Microprose, not Microprose, Mastertronic, and then there was $4.99, $9.99. But at $9.99, people consider that getting very expensive for a game. It's like nowadays it's kind of like, well, I mean, mobile phones, iPhone, you know, that's there would be very cheap. But outside of consoles and even on the computer, it's like, whoa.
You know the weirdest thing? I went into one of I will say our local stores. I'm actually talking about a different town, and I saw
Our local stores from when we grew up.
No, this is
Dublin?
recently. This is Mullingar.
Mullingar, which
Yeah.
is where we grew up.
Yeah, but not here. We're not in Mullingar right now.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
We're
We're
saying-
going to slowly find out where Alan's actually living. We're not allowed to talk about it right now, but we're going to get closer. I went in and I found a hard copy, a CD copy of Angry Birds. You know how much it
Yeah.
was? It was a tenner.
For what? A free download app?
Yeah.
For the PC?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
So
cheaper
there.
than having to buy an iPhone for it, I guess. Or, well, no, you can get cheap Androids and play it on.
Yeah, you can.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And like, the distribution cost for a physical packaging is, well,
But why even bother with Angry Birds? Anyway, screw it.
yeah.
I didn't buy it.
Angry Birds is
You
not
won't
so
see
bad.
it on a packaging pickles video.
No, but what you will see is Skid Marks. The game, that is. Tony isn't going to,
I'm not going to comment on that.
no. But this is, this looks like Micro Machines, actually. I remember the name from back in the day.
Micro Machines.
Of course I remember Micro Machines from back in the day. No, this looks like Micro Machines. See, I'm showing
It
him,
does.
not you.
That's because you probably can't see much of this.
No,
Like,
it's
look,
going to be too
there's
far away. And
cars.
of course, the sun is shining in, and it's pretty much blinding me. But he's sort of in darkness, so we've had to turn on lights and everything. And of course, if I hold up a disc, like these are reflective surfaces.
Yeah.
If you look at the lights going like that, the camera's just getting nothing but glare.
So you're gonna have to give the game to me, and I will show it to the camera.
Well, if
Super skid
we
marks.
if we both show it, then that means we have best opportunity to at least have one visible shot.
You hope. We hope. We did a lot of prep work for this video.
Yeah, we sat down and we had a drink. Not alcoholic, actually. Maybe we should have.
You're not really a drinker, though.
I have a Guinness in the fridge
For how long?
since last Sunday, so not that long.
No, it's not. that long.
And it was only left because I had oh, there was some other. What was it? It was a strange one. First word was rhubarb. What's the second?
Rhubarb schnapps?
Apple. Rhubarb and apple cider.
Rhubarb cider?
Yeah, it was actually very nice. Lovely, lovely.
Especially on a day like today.
Yeah, and there was some. Yeah, we had shandies then as well, so that's why the Guinness got left. I don't know. I was in Dunn's and I just went, "Oh, I fancy a Guinness."
I've never said that.
There you go. Hey, you're supposed to be Irish.
No, I cannot drink Guinness. It's too heavy. Can't do it.
It is
I make
a
up for it
heavy-
by drinking whiskey, though, so then we're okay.
Oh, well, there we go. But normally I don't drink that much Guinness, but it seemed to call to me because of it. The weather is insane. The hottest weather we've had in like 40 years.
Yeah, it is actually quite strange weather.
Well-
I think we're technically in Spain now.
Yeah. I was saying, like, when we look at our weather report at the moment, it's kind of like the old Fascio skit. Scorchio! 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 Which is strange, because we're not used to that.
We're really not. The whole country kind of shuts down of things that we're not used to. You know, snow. Oh God, everything cancelled. No buses, no trains.
Sun, oh God, no.
Yeah, no. Everything has to.
Unless
stop.
it's kind of windy and slightly rainy, we're out of
Yeah,
our element.
rain we can totally deal with.
Unless it's too much rain, then we might get floods.
It reminds me of your story from Vegas, though.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this. I probably did about a year ago, so we'll go again. But Las Vegas is obviously, it's in the desert. It's very hot. It's like this. It's like Ireland, you know. It's a bit cool.
Vegas is like Ireland.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just it's a bit cooler over there because of all the air conditioning.
You heard it here first. There we go.
But did you the person telling me that all the grass in St. Stephen's Green was burnt?
Wasn't me.
Oh, sorry, it was guy at work. Yeah, a lot of the grass because of all the sun and the heat.
Yeah,
And there was
of course, Hope was on fire.
yeah, gorse fires in Hope because of the heat.
Mm.
We just don't handle heat.
We really don't.
So, anyway, Vegas, being like Ireland. But the one thing that is not like Ireland is that they're totally unable to deal with rain
In a desert.
in a desert because they're not used to it. So we happened to be in a bar and came out and there was still a little bit of rain, but basically it was what we'd call a light sprinkling, pretty much. But they were shutting down the roads over there, going on about their monsoon, and I'm kind of going, I can walk through this without getting my feet wet. What are you talking about? And literally, we were trying to walk up to the bus stop, going up one way, and the police were turning people back. It's like, you can't go, the road is flooded. And I'm honest to God, you would not wet your shoes. It was
A
like
puddle in the road.
yeah, it was basically like a bit of a puddle. Crazy. So we had to take the long road back, and I'm thinking, are you kidding me? But this was relatively, it was probably about 11 or so, maybe a little later. It was kind of, but it was still warm, so you're kind of going, it's a bit of rain, it's grand, it cooled you down.
Yeah.
Anyway, just like Ireland.
Just like Ireland.
But now I want to go to Vegas. Because they have a bit of rain over there. It's too hot here.
This video's completely strange. Anyway.
Yeah, they always do when you're around.
Is that our tip for the day? Go to Vegas and get rained on?
That's our tip for today. If you want some nice cool weather with a bit of rain, but be careful of the monsoons, go to Vegas.
Yeah.
If you want a scorching heat, the grass is burnt to the crisp, potential of forest fires, come to Ireland. Apparently that's the way the world is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unusual.
Thank you, global warming. But anyway, next game is the Chaos Engine. A bit like the weather, I guess.
We did a gameplay of this, did we not?
We did not, because this is the first time I've owned this game. But apparently this is meant to be an excellent game by the Bitmap Brothers, who also did Speedball and Xenon. We have not done a gameplay of this. But it's a
I
scrolling
think
shooter.
Mercenaries.
Mercenaries. This is meant to be better than Mercenaries. This is like very well rated. Apparently, funny enough, you should mention Mercenaries, because reading the back it goes, enter 6 hard-nailed mercenaries for hire.
Yeah.
The Tug, Preacher, Mercenary.
The Preacher?
So there's 6 mercenaries, but one of them happens to be mercenary. They want for it the Gentleman, the Knave, and the Brigand.
Brigand.
These
I think
ball
one of them would just be
breakers.
called Jack, just for the hell of
Yeah,
it.
these ball breakers are armed to the teeth with over 25 weapons and a host of special destructive devices peculiar to their class. Select 2 characters to form your party and enter the world of chaos. Down the line, I think we should do a gameplay of this. I'd say this would
I
be very
think
good.
that's coming, yeah, that's probably coming.
It's only good. So moving on.
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting. It's so hot. Did I mention it was hot?
It's pretty hot.
It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm right in this. It's coming around because of the way that at this time of the evening the sun shines right here where I'm sitting. But it's the only place to record on.
It's only there.
It's it's only just getting new. So
But
I'm
it'll
right
come.
in the
It'll
heat.
come.
No, because then it goes just past and the building blocks it off.
Cool.
So, anyway, Pinball Fantasies. It's a pinball game, strange enough.
What does fantasy come into?
Fantasy comes into it because they're fantastical, I guess.
Uh,
Oh wait, we have 4 lines. I love how they've got 4 languages, and each language has got 4 lines about the game. Point 1, Pinball Fantasies Amiga CD32. That's point 1.
yeah.
Point 2, dazzling 256 color graphics.
Yeah.
Point 3, explosive new high quality soundtrack.
Explosive soundtracks.
Explosive, yeah, your ears blow, like Dolby. And point 4, plus, they actually felt this one was so important to put 4 plus, unbeatable fast action gameplay. By
Now,
fast,
I wonder, does that hold up? Is this game in fact unbeatable? Is there in fact no better game in the world?
now these Pinball Fantasies and Pinball Dreams, well, not this is, from I think it's Pinball Illusions or something. They are well regarded. Is it Pinball Illusions? I don't know.
I don't know either.
It doesn't matter. They are very well regarded, but yeah, unless you really, really, really like pinball, and I'm blinding you, Tony.
And this has become a torture video.
Yes. I'm going to break out the waterboarding at the end, but you'll be probably going, oh, that's nice and cool.
You heard it here first. Again, you're hearing a lot of things first today.
Yeah, the weather. This is what the weather does to me, it turns me crazy.
Which actually doesn't even make sense when you think about it. I mean, hearing things first, because you have to record this, and then he has to, wait a couple of weeks and then upload it. So I mean,
Wait a couple of weeks.
realistically, we're hearing it first, and you're hearing it first, but you're not. So,
But, yeah, unless we were doing, you can do live streams now on YouTube. So in that
we'd
case,
better not.
no, we'd probably be sued.
Yeah.
In that case, they'd be hearing it first, maybe with a mild delay due to buffering and technical constraints.
Yes.
But kind of first. This is kind of like a really delayed first.
They're not hearing it first at all. You're hearing it like fifth.
Second.
Let's
Well,
try
if this
fifth.
is first, and no one else hears it between now and
But
uploading,
you don't know.
I generally don't go around town, playing the videos, going, "Hey, look at this! What? Look at my phone! Look, watch this!"
You should.
Maybe I will. Kind of like the Hare Krishnas. Oh, look at my YouTube! Look on YouTube. That's a strange way to advertise, but it could help them. I tell you, the heat's got me to go crazy. I might just do it.
That would be fun to watch, actually.
Maybe for you, but I somehow think I might regret it.
Possibly.
Anyway, next one is something I've never heard of before. Arabian Nights. And surprisingly, it looks like a platformer. There you go.
Mhm.
And of course, I'm sure it's in kind of Aladdin kind of style territory.
It looks very Aladdin-y.
Yeah. What would it be? Arabian Nights.
I sure would, wouldn't it?
Although, what's with the
The devil horn.
Yeah,
I don't know.
devil thing.
That, I don't know if you can say that properly, is a very strange bad guy.
It nearly reminds me of a character from the Zelda CDI games. You know, that kind of crazy, cheap comic style. Anyway, I don't know. It could be a good game. Haven't tried it. This one, I can guess what this is about. Pool, arcade pool. So, it got 84% in Amiga Gold, an Amiga format. And this is so good, right? It has 5 bullet points.
Excellent.
And descriptive text. Apparently they include different game types. US 8 ball, 9 ball, straight ball, speed ball, etc.
Speedball.
Speedball. No, sorry. Why say ball for all that? It doesn't. It says straight pool, speed pool. yeah. Arcade pool. Arcade pool with like speedball in it. Hey, this is nothing like pool. I want my money back. Except you'd be kind of going, hey, this is better. It's speedball.
Oh yeah.
Many different game options such as rule modifications, US, UK ball sets, base color. Ooh, you can change the color to base.
Nice.
Multiplayer
Actually, you
capability.
need to go back to Speedball 2 and do another game by that. One where you get past the menu.
I got past the menu.
Yeah.
I played 2 games in it.
Yeah.
It just so happens most people didn't think I got past the menu because that menu sucked.
Well, we could just do a 2-player. At one point, we're going to have to crack that out.
Oh, you see, the thing is, you're going to get an ass in that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you still have it, Speedball?
Yes, I think it is.
Next time around, bring Speedball, you can kick my ass at Speedball.
Okay, got
I'm going to have to start training.
it. Speedball training.
Yeah.
Start with that game.
Yeah, I'll start with Arcade Pool because apparently it's got Speedball. But anyway, apparently they got multiplayer capability, but they also have varied computer CPU opponents, and it's easy to control, brilliantly playable, and not explosive, just superb atmospheric sound. So your
Well, I
ears will be
suppose
intact.
Explosive Pool is a completely different game.
It really is. Wouldn't that be actually hilarious?
Yeah.
Right. Your penalty for missing is that the ball will randomly explode.
It would make a very interesting game of pool.
Especially if it was like full of paint or something. Be kind of like paintball pool.
I think we just opened up a niche market.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All of a sudden there'd be a massive cut in this video where poo 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 and then kicks and the whole paintball poo idea will be cut out along with probably a lot of other stuff where I've gone crazy.
Yes.
Kicks. It's a rabbit with no screenshots by Titus. Titus. Whatever you want to pronounce it. They don't make the best games, so I won't be too sure about this one, to be honest. No time for fun.
Screenshot.
No time for fun. Why the hell would you start your game description by saying no time for fun?
Is this meant to appeal to the parents market?
It says the carrot locker is empty. Damn.
So presumably it's a Sonic thing where you have to collect lots of carrots.
Yeah, well, look, he does kind of look like he's running fast
Yeah.
and fairly pissed off. Actually, he looks like he's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So, the rabbit tribe on
The
Angel's
Thunder Rabbit.
Where the hell are you? Oh, Quick the Thunder Rabbit. Yeah.
Quick the Thunder Rabbit.
Yeah. He's not just any old rabbit.
He's a thunder
He
rabbit.
shits thunder and lightning.
He's Thor as a rabbit.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Only one solution for this rabbit. Find the ultimate seed. It's a magical seed, in case you were wondering, that can produce as many carrots as anyone could ever want.
Is this Jack on the Beanstalk?
Well, I don't want any carrots, so does that mean that I don't have to play the game to find the magic seed?
Yes.
There we go.
In fact, I'd say you will not be seeing gameplay of that.
Do you know, that could be a great game. But what actually makes me so skeptical is the fact that there's not even a single screenshot.
No. There's no
Black
time
and
for fun.
white.
There is no
There's
time,
no time
for
for fun. What the hell?
Wow.
That's the inside. We're both looking at the inside, so you can't see us. It's a fully playable game. How did you?
Now, to be fair, Pac-Man 2 wasn't a fully playable
No, it
game.
wasn't. Neither was Back to the Future, come to think of it.
Oh, God.
But, like, okay, I know that they're referring, it's not a demo, But
Yeah.
come on, like, what are you going to put on your game? Partially playable. We gave up halfway with the coding, so you know what kind of crap's out.
I'm
So
surprised.
on the disc it says it's fully playable, but on the back of the box it says there's no time for fun. I think that there was a difference of opinion between departments there. Like the developers are like, yeah, right, this is fully playable, and the marketing played it and went, I don't know. But
It's I don't think you're selling to enough parents. We're going to tone down the fun on the marketing.
yes.
Yes.
No pictures. That might be considered too exciting. No description of exciting or explosive. Yep. There's no talk of exploding music or atmosphere or anything like that. Nope. Although it does say, get this, quick, the rabbit goes faster than any hedgehog.
Ooh, take that, Sega.
Yeah, because where's that hedgehog now? It's all about quick, the thunder, lightning, shitting rabbit. And his extraordinarily playability. It's fully playable.
With no time for fun.
With no time for fun.
Yeah.
The time levels will drive you nuts.
Wow. This is actually a marketing how not to.
Oh, I read this wrong, right?
Hmm.
This is the run on it. There's 2 lines, and when I had when I kind of first looked, I read this. This is how I seen it. It said, "Gigantic labyrinths you'll find awful." It actually says, "Gigantic labyrinths where you'll find the awful beatmaster, an unbelievably cruel monster who knows rock and roll and martial arts."
Rock and roll and martial arts.
Yeah. It's kind of like
beats up a rabbit.
Wants to rock and roll all night while doing martial arts.
That was some good improv. Thank you. Yeah.
So, are we done with quick? 'Cause
We're
we
done.
we weren't quick.
No, I think we don't have enough time for the fun that game has.
No.
We need to move on for that.
We need to, give that its own time.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna actually have to do a playthrough.
We now are going to have to do a video on that. Although that's not set up, so it won't be for a while.
Excellent.
But I think what we'll do is when we finally have the Amiga set up properly, we'll probably take out a bunch and kind of, do a few of them. Because there's a few interesting titles there.
Yeah.
And when they don't have screenshots, you kind of can't help but kind of go, what the fuck is it? All I know is that a rabbit that doesn't like fun.
A thunder rabbit.
A thunder rabbit that doesn't like fun, but is apparently faster than Sonic.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
We'll see. And on to another
Game.
anthropomorphic animal. It's James Pond 2 Robocod. Now I own this on the Master System, and it's a good game. It's a very good game. In fact, the back's more interesting than the front than this one. It's a very boring cover.
That's very cool.
The Master System one doesn't have a great cover either. It's not in there to see. But this is Millennium, and it only gets 4 points on its little bullet point list. They have massive play areas with over 2,500 colour screens of action-packed gameplay.
Wait, 2,500 colours?
Colour,
How many
colourful screens.
Ah.
Yeah, I know. The other one said 256
Yeah.
because the CD32 can output 256 colours simultaneously, I think.
Ah, okay.
And plus they could have cheated. Like the Super Nintendo has a palette of like 32,000 something colours. But that's just what it can choose from. It can't display them all at once.
Yeah.
So it is limited to say something like 256 or 512 at any one time. It also includes animated full motion video. I'm going to have to show you that because they're...
Really?
Full motion video from the early 90s. Pretty much all of it is induces that.
Okay.
It's not the worst I've seen, but it's silly. It's 7 tracks of CD digital audio red book. So that means you can put this into a CD player, I think, and play the music.
Excellent.
And no,
And we have a CD
Yeah,
player there,
that you have to lift up manually. I know. I might be poor at mine. Apparently, I need to improve at my mime skills. It's got a full electronic book containing top secret FI5H information. That's like fish. Because James Bond is a fish, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
But have you played the Master System game in my house at that time?
James Pond. I think...
He stretches his body.
No, in fact, probably doesn't even count as James Bond, but He has a cameo in
Rolo?
in Roller to the Rescue.
Really?
Yeah, he does. You get to play as him for a level, I think.
You do?
I think so.
That sounds made up.
I could have been on drugs at the time. I'm not entirely sure. But no,
I
I'm not
know he
playing
was
it.
in a spin-off, Aquatic Games. I don't know if you would have played that though.
I don't know. That rings a bell. Who knows?
Yeah, now I'm going to have to check that out. Prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like proof.
Rolo's a big game though.
I'm not going to play it all. I'm going to Google it. Rolo is a very big
cheating.
game, and it doesn't have save and it doesn't have password.
Yeah.
That's its biggest flaw, actually.
It really
It's a
is.
very good game. One I've done gameplay before. Go check it out. One of my very first gameplays. But yeah, without the password, well, the password sucks. But without save or even a password, you have to play for fucking ages, like hours, just to complete a platform game and see all the levels. Because there's lots of hidden like exits.
Yeah.
It's very Mario like setup. Well, imagine Mario World with no save.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you got. Rolo.
I did actually finish it once.
Yeah, I remember. Remember you telling me. I wasn't actually there. I've gotten very, very near the end, but I had to leave my Mega Drive off and just like turn off the telly and come back because
That's old school save.
yeah, that's always gonna say just don't turn off. That's it. Now, can you imagine doing that with an Xbox or something these days? Like you'd come back and you just have a puddle where your console used to be. And that same Xbox or that same Mega Drive is still going strong. You know what I mean? Like those consoles, they're like rock solid.
Of course, they're trying to get back to that as well. They want the Xbox One on all the time, watching you.
Oh, that's true. They want it always on, Big Brother, for a different reason, or unless Microsoft
Not to
have
play Roller.
yeah, Microsoft have been say have got a massive flaw in their architecture and you can't save games, so that's why it's always on. Yeah,
But it's built into the system. We can't change it. Like, oh, okay.
yeah, which they then changed.
Yeah.
But the camera is still always on, so forget
Creepy.
about that.
Creepy as hell.
And with that whole CIA thing, where Microsoft were given the keys to the kingdom to the CIA, yeah, like I want that on on my living room
Not
counter.
happening.
No, not for us. But anyway, did you say you had a side story?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
Not for any of those.
No, not for D. I thought you said you had a side story in general.
Yes, but for one of the other things you were going to show.
I was going to show something else.
The PC games.
Oh, I showed them last week.
Oh, okay.
It was Command and Conquer. They've
Yes.
seen it last week. Go check that video. What's your side story?
You bought a Command and Conquer game for me when I was in hospital. Years ago.
I was going to say last year. I did.
No, years and years ago. You got me Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun.
But I vaguely remember that.
Years ago. Quite difficult. I got stuck and had to give up, in fact.
I think a lot of the Command and Conquer games are pretty tricky.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, there was, as I said, I was at Caribou last week and they had loads of, they actually had a load of Command and Conquer games. Like, they probably had Tiberian Sun. Probably should have picked up a few more because they're good games, but
You
I
never get
kind
around
of-
to playing them, yeah.
well, that's the thing. They're time consuming. They were big box. They're taking up a lot of space. So I kind of said, leave them. Maybe someone else will want them. Well, they were going to be binned though. So
Really?
the person who was selling them, they were at a fete the week before, and basically they were going to be tossed because they hadn't sold for whatever reason. Surprised because there were some good titles, and she said, "I'll take them and try and get some cash for the check because it was for charity, for at the car boots." So better, give a few quid to charity and get a few games and have them going in the landfill, even if I don't use them.
Yeah.
I love the box art and so on them, so that's better than just being waste. But anyway,
Yes.
I think that's it, because that's the look at a new console acquisition. Ta-da. Yeah, the system itself is fine. It's got a Class 1 laser product, so we can build a Death Star with it.
Cool.
And the power switch is on the back. You gotta click that. That's how you turn it on. Believe it or not.
I believe it.
Because you had a Commodore one. Apparently, instead of
I just don't think you'd lie to me about something like that.
how do you know? That's
It's
a set.
pointless.
Yeah, because you're going to buy an Mega CD 32 and going, it's not coming on. Why
lied to
he
me.
lied. And I have no ability to look at the other sides to find a switch. And that would all based on you picking up an Omega CD32, which is not going to happen
No.
because they're fairly tricky to get hold of.
I would imagine so, yeah.
I think including shipping.
Would they be more difficult to get a hold of than the Sega CD?
Yes. No, the Sega CD outsold it in the end.
Hmm.
Take that, Commodore! With their, ha, we sold more than the Sega CD.
And we have a character faster than a hedgehog.
Yeah.
Mm.
What a titus. But yeah, I mean, I got this boxed, the extra controller, because that's a spare controller, that one. I have two. Which means we can do the 2-player in that case engine. And what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, and shipping for 100, which is pretty good.
Euro?
No, sterling.
Sorry.
It's never euros, unless I say it's euros, because there are every so often, say, Mark or in Germany or a few people like that would in which case it'd be, if it's mainland Europe, then it's obviously Europe. But I tend to get most of my stuff from the UK, not even from Ireland, which is terrible.
Yeah, we don't really have much of a retro.
The new retro shop opened up. I can't quite remember where it is. And there's a 3D games shop opened up on the Keys as well, which they do some retro. So we do have a few that are starting to open up.
Okay.
I do mean to get in, but I looked at their website. I think they had a YouTube video as well, and it was like, Christ almighty, I've got more stacked away in a couple of boxes than they had. So,
But they're only starting out.
it's a young guy, so hopefully he'll be able to make it's good. A bit of initiative. Never nothing wrong with that.
True.
That's all what this is. It's a bit of initiative. Doing some crazy videos. But that's my story and I'm sticking with it. Oh. But anyway. I'm roasting, so I think it's time to say goodnight. They could be watching at night.
Well, not really. You tend to upload them during the day.
That doesn't mean that they're going to watch them at that point. I tend to upload them like at 6 in the morning.
Good morning.
Do you watch?
YouTube.
Good morning. It's the end. It's too early for good morning. Well, I guess you could end with that too. Have a good remainder of your day, or a good night.
That got convoluted.
Yeah, it certainly did. I should have just left it to you.
Bye, YouTube.